recording has started.
No, it's about a kitsune. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
I didn't quite catch what you said, and I'm not sure I want to.
Kitsune.
Kitsune. Okay.
Oh, kitsune. Okay. I thought you said. I didn't actually know it. I thought you just said something else, and I was like.
Just imagine where you can go with that, and you don't need to know anymore.
Well, in any case.
Oh, I don't know where you can go with that. So
let us not.
I guess that means I'm not a weeb.
So
You don't need to be a weeb to know.
So let's go ahead and find some stories.
I'll still insult you anyway, because I'm so great.
Well, you're there.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Who's that?
Stars.
It's the stars.
Poor.
Shooting stars. Oh my stars.
Ah, rude. Don't shoot me.
Alrighty. I can finally unmute my mic.
There you go. Alright.
Because I'm pretty sure you didn't want to hear a toilet flush.
Well, that's fair. Now then, let's see. Let's find some good stories, shall we?
Once there was an ugly barnacle. He was so ugly that everyone died.
That's always a good story.
Hey, we already heard that one today.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, but this is the remix.
if it wasn't recorded before, it is now.
Yeah. So, you'll at least help me with that one story, right? With the story I write, right?
We'll see. But
So
until
we
then-
started.
Sort of. We're getting started. I'm just searching my brain for some good stories to share.
You traitor, Lily. Oh,
Oh yes.
traitor!
Here's a.
They're moving people. I don't like it.
What? Oh no, is someone abusing power?
Someone moving people.
Who would do such a thing? None of us would ever do that.
Anyways,
I don't even think you can do that.
I think.
Yeah, you can. He gave all the permissions to the moderator, so.
Well,
Stars is not a moderator.
sufficient.
No, but Brox is. And so is Ethes.
This is correct.
I can see what permissions everyone has. I know what everyone has.
Yeah, my point is that two people in there have those permissions.
Anyways, oh shoot, I had and I lost it. Oh yeah, so here's a short little story for you. It was my very first character ever. Just when I was a wee little lad. This might also explain my answer from earlier panel. My first character ever was a human paladin.
Oh, you told the story.
So he's boring.
And
I mean,
this was back in second edition. Good old AD&D. And I didn't really grasp the concept of tabletop games, like how they worked per se, or because I sure as heck didn't understand the system. Like my brother just told me to put this on my character sheet, put that on my character sheet, put this on my character sheet. I was like, okay, and just did whatever. And I remember at one point, every time a battle finished, I was like, can I loot them? Can I loot them? Can I loot them? I just kept saying that over and over and over again. And the reason I wanted to be a paladin was, I remember a couple of reasons. One, there was this board game we had called Dragon Strike. And Dragon Strike has an amazing video that goes with it. And basically Dragon Strike is kind of D&D the board game in a sense. You get a character and you basically go through little adventures. And I always liked the elf because ever since I was a child I just liked elves. I eventually repented and saw the light, and now I'm a dwarf boy. So that's beside the point.
What do you mean?
OC.
Elves are okay.
OC.
But they're inferior to
No.
dwarves. Yeah, what's up, Rox?
Strider just accidentally deleted his entire plan for the VR campaign.
What?
To do what?
He accidentally
What?
deleted the
That.
entire VR campaign thing he
How
had
did
on
he do
Notepad.
that?
It was on Notepad and he didn't save it.
Oh.
Uh,
Oh, that is. Oh, poor guy.
Oh,
So, I'm here now.
Right. Anyways, back to the story.
Oh.
So,
okay, but the story better explain why dwarves are superior.
well, dwarves are superior because they're several degrees more awesome than elves. That's why.
No.
They're
Dwarves
about
suck.
equal.
No, they're
Well,
better. But that's beside the
They're-
point.
They're short humans.
VR
with
Adventure
white
is not going to happen.
bones.
They.
Strider lost everything for VR Adventure.
Yes, so we got that already.
It's horrible.
Yeah. Poor guy.
So we just played Wonderwall for a
But
bit.
yeah, so it's you pick either slightly shorter humans or slightly taller humans.
Or you pick a group of people who are well-grounded in reality, who, according to some
But they aren't.
systems, are resistant to magic, who dig deep down, and depending on which version you go all the way through the crust. I once played a game where dwarves actually dig direct to the mantle.
But
But all of this is beside the point.
okay, fine.
The point of the matter is I played the elf because the elf had the ability to cast a small handful of spells, but still had battle prowess. So I could basically do whatever I needed to do, and I had a few thieving skills. He wasn't really great at any one thing except shooting his bow, but he was decent at everything else, and I liked the ability to do whatever. So when my brother was like, "Well, what do you want to do?" I'm like, "Oh, I don't know." He's like, "Well, this thing can cast spells and attack, and in second edition, only humans could become paladins." This is
Because
Wow.
dwarf was a class or something.
Yeah. because you could be human, you could be any class in the game.
And dwarf was a class.
But you're thinking of slightly earlier edition.
Okay, yeah, that's probably first.
AD&D actually had the different. AD&D had.
Oh,
the
yeah,
different
that's right.
races.
Yeah, but classes had race restrictions. Like, I think
Correct.
illusionist could only be human and gnome or something.
Correct. Well, I don't know about that, but that is only certain races could be certain classes. And on top of
This
that,
is not pronounced.
on top of that, each class had a different leveled up at a different rate. I think rogues leveled up faster than fighters, and I think even each class had a different level cap. Anyways, so when he talked about paladin, who could basically do a little bit of everything, I was like, "Oh, I'll take that. That's great." Unfortunately, I didn't quite grasp the concept of what paladins were supposed to be, at least in second edition. So every time a fight ended, I was like, "Can I loot it? Can I loot it? I want loot. I want loot." Finally, my brother got so sick and tired of my greed.
Your little kidness?
That he stripped me of my paladinhood. He's like, "Okay, you're not actually acting like a paladin. You can't be a paladin anymore." I was like, "What? Why?" And he explained why. I was like, "Oh," because it didn't really occur to me that I was being super greedy and selfish, and just kind of annoying and obnoxious. So yeah, so I had my paladinhood stripped from me, and he's like, "However, if you go beat up these bandits, you can have your paladinship back." So I beeline straight to the bandits.
What? What'd you say? What'd you say, OC?
I beeline straight to the bandits.
Beeline straight to the bandits. Met the
Oh,
bandit
We have to
leader,
censor that out.
And you
and
instantly died.
well, no, the thing is
No
I
roll.
challenged their leader to a one-on-one fight. I think I did. Maybe he challenged me. I don't remember. I was a little kid. Point is we had a one-on-one fight, and I won. And then I told my brother, "So do I get to level out? Do I get to level out of this?" My brother just kind of sighs. He's like, "No, you just get your paladinship back." And
You did.
And I was good, and I didn't ask for loot after that.
No, you asked for level.
Yes.
Which is a lot harder to justify falling for because it's technically metagaming grid, not character grid.
In my defense, well, first off, that was meta. I wasn't even like RPing my character. I don't think I understood the concept of RP at that age. So that was basically just me asking for loot. Yeah, and yeah, I didn't ask for loot after that, or I was a lot more cautious in asking for loot because I didn't want to, redeem myself every time I got a reward for killing things. Oh, and I forgot one last detail. This character's name was Sir Render.
Oh my god.
Wait, what? Is he friends with Circumference though?
Circumference.
And the
Yes,
reason the reason I went with that name was because at the time, in my school, we would go to the library for a short time, and the librarian would read a book to us, and would slowly progress it as the week went on. And the book we were reading at that time had a character. The comical relief was named Sir Render.
Yeah. So our party in high school also had a paladin named Circumference.
Marvelous.
Also Sirloin at some point.
That's just an unfortunate name.
I know, that's a pretty good one.
So we should have all three of these characters in a single party, right?
Yes.
Sir Render is kind of cool, sort of, if you don't mind the word render.
No.
Circumference
No, it's
is
lame.
just silly, but Sirloin, that's just an unfortunate name.
No, Sirloin is great. It's the best one out of the three.
So in case-
Circumference is the best one out of the three. I don't know what you're talking about.
So that's the story of my very, very first character, and how I learned the importance of basically acting within.
Your character.
Yes.
Yep.
No.
Guess what?
No, this is why paladins are lame.
Guess what, OC? I'm gonna ramble about Cavaliers again.
Not
Woohoo! Cavaliers who don't fall for looting.
It's story time. Not now.
Not now?
Not now.
Not
Story
now.
time.
It's
Another
OC story time.
Yes. Well, it's story time, not OC story time. If you guys have
Well,
any...
I want to discuss things about RPing things.
Hey, OC, remember that dragon we killed a little while ago? It was great.
Oh
Can I-
yeah,
can
that's
I
right. Yeah, so that we had that big crossover event. Yeah, I remember that.
Can
fondly.
I,
Like-
can
that
I
was
just
pretty
say my
cool.
thing? Because it is technically
like it was
Well-
30 minutes ago.
To clarify,
as a comment to
Cactus,
your story.
to clarify,
If it sounds-
Cactus, the general idea is to share stories. But if your comment is
Yeah.
quick, go right ahead.
Cavaliers, they don't have that lawful good restriction. They instead have edicts. They have edicts, which
Nice.
basically says you must always do this or you lose your Cavalier abilities. But you get to pick it, and what you pick is also gives you different abilities depending on your edict and your order, which I think is a lot more fun. Like there's Order of the Staff that is basically you cannot refuse to aid a spellcaster, and you must unless they're directly you. Unless you
So if a necromancer walks up to you and is like, "Hey, can you carry these bodies for me?"
but you also get like a bunch of stuff, like you can help it with their caster level checks, and at later levels, like if an ally targets an enemy next to you, you get an AOO just for them hitting them, just for your ally hitting them with a spell. It's great. It's a lot.
Hey!
It's a lot more than just like I feel just like be lawful good.
Depends on how you go about it.
I don't know.
Unlike some people's perception, paladins are more interesting than they make them out to be. But I'm also a little
Oh, yeah.
biased in my opinion.
Oh yeah, but I'm just saying that it more fits what I would like to do, because I don't feel like I don't want to be feel restricted by it always has to be this.
Oh.
I want to pick something different.
So
Within a class.
So there's a story that I think Clint here might resonate with, and perhaps.
Ooh.
Does it have to do with rolling badly?
So my brothers are in a fight. I think we're fighting lizardmen. there was this lizard queen who kept coming back as a reoccurring character, or a reoccurring villain, and we actually kept killing her over and over again, but she kept getting revived. I think our brother was. I have a suspicion our brother was making it up as he went along, but we were young, didn't know any better.
Did you destroy her soul so that she can never be brought back again?
Well, I didn't know about that concept at the time.
Yeah, OC was a wee baby.
That said, so they are. So they're fighting, and it's pretty tough. They're having a tough time. So I go charging in. I don't remember why I'm late. I don't remember why I'm late to the battle. Maybe I was actually late to the session. But I come charging in on my noble steed and start swinging my sword gallantly, and I miss. And I miss.
And then you fired, and then you missed again.
And I miss, and I miss, and I miss, and I miss, and I miss.
I can see why this resonates with Clint.
The enemies, however, don't miss.
What are you talking about?
And they hit, and they hit, and they hit, and finally I drop like a sack of potatoes, not having hit a single attack.
Oh dear.
And I basically turned my brother like, oh, I feel horrible. I missed I was disheartened, and my brother, and an authentic attempt to sort of reconcile was like, well, at least you directed attacks from the enemy, so that's good.
You contributed by your presence.
And there was another time when I was playing, one of my favorite characters ever was a dwarf. And he was, I decided to play, like, basically, I wasn't playing Gimli, but it was pretty close to Gimli.
But you were playing Gimli.
Well, my goal was to be a dwarven defender, so I wanted to play a dwarf to the nines, like as dwarf as I could think of. Anyways, ton of fun. And
Ain't nobody gonna throw you.
oh, you gab reset.
So what's the obsession with nines, by the way?
I don't actually know where that phrase even comes from. I haven't a clue. I'm sure.
I'm familiar with
Forgotten
the whole
Realms.
9 yards, but I don't know about to the nines.
Well,
Yeah,
I know, Forgotten Realms has the 9 hells, and I think it has the Neverwinter 9.
That's just like
A bunch of other shit.
Hells from the Divine Comedy. Isn't it?
Yeah,
Nine
there's
hells
a
in-
lot of 9 in D&D for some
Well,
reason.
I don't know.
It's the rule of 3, but 3 of those.
Yes, 3 rules of 3.
Well,
I have story.
do you?
Blah.
It's very, very short.
Go on.
My character, Corvine knows this one, how he was in the same campaign. When we had was this during Mr. Burger's DMing, or was this during when
I don't know. You haven't explained the story.
Star Fury, when I was
Oh
using
yes,
her?
that was Burger. Yeah, that was.
Okay, we were in the middle of a room of sleeping vampires, was it? It was something like that. So my character just decides to jump in the middle of everybody and saying, "Wake me up before you go." That ended well.
I think that might have been orcs, but yeah.
Yeah, it
I
was
think I
sleeping
do
orcs and
remember that.
stuff. And then later on, after we got out of that somehow, that same character died trying to kick a trap chest open to falling rocks. Like, it actually died. She was like, "You're dead now."
Huh. Well, that's why you
So,
always check your
Star Fury
traps.
died to trying to kick open a chest. It was a trap chest.
Surprise!
Supplies.
Surprise! Wow.
That was the
Let's
same
see.
campaign with the whole orc incident, right?
Yes. Where you,
You're gonna tell that
Lily's
story, aren't
character.
you?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Lily's
actually
character.
I don't think I've actually heard this story properly told from start to finish.
Oh my god. Okay, let's just start with Corvine used color spray on his party.
Oh my.
That's not the start, but okay.
How about you start it then?
Okay. So basically, we're trying to find, basically people who've been kidnapped. Then we get to this forest, and this druid decides to come and tell us to go kill these orcs that have apparently kidnapped these people. And so we go in and we're killing the orcs, and then we apparently come into basically like the
Nursery
creche.
area.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, I don't want to do this.
And everybody else starts killing orc baby.
Yeah, and so then I color spray the room.
And the DM was like, they're orc babies. It's not, they're orcs. Everybody tried to tell them, they're evil, they're orcs. It's like, no. So then when trying to run out, the DM was like, you hit a rock and take damage because you're blind.
Oh yeah, because it was like they didn't have torches or anything.
The DM
Because the orc babies apparently decided to rush me.
Yeah.
For some reason.
The DM decided that trying to save the orc babies was a bad thing.
Yep.
Well,
that was after a hostile. That was the DM that kind of just took over our club because he said we were doing it wrong. When we were having fun.
well,
I mean, we were.
But you were having fun the wrong way.
Exactly.
yeah. There's a right way to have fun and a wrong way to have fun.
There's a right way to have fun. I don't think that's it.
Yeah, this was every single night you got ambushed.
I'm sorry. I don't consider genocide fun. I don't consider getting ambushed. Spells fun.
You don't consider genocide fun? You of all people.
The genocidal canon weirder.
Like, come on.
Different character. We'll call it that. Also, this DM was very, 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 very picky. Like, if you woke up in the middle of the night, Wizard would have no spell because he didn't prepare.
Well, that's just how it works.
Well, yeah, but he had an ambush every night.
Yes, every single night. We just ambush.
Lovely.
Which in turn didn't allow the spell.
Yeah, in fact, we basically almost would never have a fight during the day.
Yeah.
When we sleep.
I just sleep during the day.
Basically, we're pointless.
That's why you get the Ring of Sustenance.
Yes, but it was like second edition.
Oh,
and we were first level characters.
Oh dear.
Second edition is, if you like math, second edition is good for you.
We were first level characters.
When we had this club going the first year, what was Nick's theme song with the mac and cheese that he made up?
Cheesy Mac?
Yes, Cheesy Mac. They were in a different DM table, and they had a whole theme song about them going and getting Cheesy Mac.
So let me get this straight. You guys were playing second edition in high school?
Yeah.
A little bit. We were mostly playing 4th edition.
Oh, okay then.
But the DM, when he came in, he decided that we would play second edition.
Oh dear.
Surprise.
Yeah, for real.
I hope you know how THACO works.
You know, someone taught me a really easy way to figure out THACO, and I was like, oh, well, that's good to know. Cause, I rolled to attack, and like, did you hit? I'm like, I don't know, you tell me. And like, well, it says on your sheet what you need to roll to hit an armor class of 0. And I was like, oh.
Why? I don't understand why you would measure it that way.
Because I'm sure it had good reasons, but.
But yes, I do think I remember THACO.
THACO is a very special.
But I was
thankfully
a wizard,
never
so
messed with it.
I barely needed to care about it.
I mean,
I only know it by reputation.
You know, it's to hit armor class of 0.
Yes.
For a system that goes
what you need
down
to roll.
and into the negatives for your armor class. Yeah, the deeper the negatives you go with, it better.
I never got to play it, but 3rd edition was the first one I learned.
Yeah, the first one I actually really learned was probably 3rd edition, because...
The most broken edition there is.
Oh, God.
It's fun, though.
So...
Muscle Mage! Go!
Yes, Muscle Mage is fun.
What the heck did Strider do to his channel?
So yeah, OC, you remember what Muscle Mage is, right?
Yeah, you've told me.
I think I remember Muscle Mage.
But do you remember how to do it?
Wasn't there also one with Great Cleave and puppies? Wasn't that also a tactic?
The bag of puppies? Yeah, that's the greatest tactic.
Oh, that one's well known. It's a bag of rats or a bag of puppies. It's essentially a bag of small animals.
Yeah, well, actually, a bag of gerbils is the best one because the amount of space you can fit them in
Yeah.
is better than any other animal.
But
Oh, dear.
the concept still works.
But yeah, it was just originally puppies because you had to be a puppy clubbing monster to do it.
I need to get context for that no tricks thing. Because I still don't fully get the joke.
Oh, you don't know the context for much? Okay.
It's hilarious.
Here,
I don't
I'll
either.
get a story. So apparently it's from a U-Runs campaign.
Right.
Where the theme there was a theme for each act, and the theme for the act was no tricks. And so then, in order to get through a room or something, they had to lower a basket of puppies into a fire. But then it turns out that the puppies are actually fire immune.
So
And
they
no,
had
no
to.
tricks.
They didn't actually know that they were fire immune.
Yeah, no tricks, right?
So they had to like make the decision to kill a basket of
Then
puppies to
drop
get out
a
of the
basket
room.
of puppies into a fire.
So they didn't actually kill them, but they thought they had to,
Yes.
and they thought that's what they were doing.
Mhm.
Yes, and the
Oh,
theme
no
of
tricks.
this whole
That's
thing
the
was
theme.
no tricks.
But they tricked them anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, well, the DM, the DM tricked everyone. No, you have to burn those puppies.
No tricks.
Oh, they're fire immune.
God,
You must
no.
put them in the. You must euthanize them in the incinerator. I can remember what the thing from Portal was called, but you know what I mean.
Or you're talking about the weighted companion cube.
Yes,
The
Ah,
companion
that.
cube
Both of
will-
those.
you have to commit fratricide.
Mm-hmm.
You monster.
I love just letting my companion cube burn in the lava in Terraria. Makes cool sounds.
Sure.
I have so many. It occurs to me that I have
like
so
how it
many
stabs.
companion cubes at my apartment.
I like that it stabs you too.
It's kind of nuts.
In Terraria. You know that, right?
Yes.
What?
If you're in
The
pitch-
companion cube can stab you in total darkness.
Oh dear.
What? I didn't know that.
I didn't actually know that.
it does it'll do
So
like
GLaDOS said it
point of
would never do
damage to
that.
you at random in darkness.
Then again, I guess by the time you can get 5 platinum to get it, you have some sort of light source around you all the
like a
time.
permanent light source, so it usually doesn't come up.
But yeah.
That is
So
a
you trying to
fun
say
Easter
GLaDOS
egg, though.
lied? Let's see. I'm trying to think. I think I have a story, although I don't know how relatable it is since it's from Scion. I don't know. I don't think anybody else here has played Scion.
It's tabletop. It's a tabletop story time. It doesn't have to be a specific system.
All right. Well, this one was just kind of fun for me because I was actually the GM. But the Scion, for anybody I haven't already talked about this to, usually takes place in modern day, and all the characters are the half-divine children of gods of your choice of any number of pantheons.
I'll be right back.
So, by the way, OC, did you notice Strainer changed the name of the channel?
The best. The best.
Yeah, I mentioned.
The best. But so I had my players in the Netherlands, and an NPC that was supposedly helping them out betrayed them and stole the artifact that they were trying to protect while they were asleep, and he ran off. I forget the circumstances, but they somehow knew generally where he was headed, so they had to make chase in a car going down. Also, don't know how familiar people are with the geography of the Netherlands, but there's a giant dike that separates them from the North Sea that's like 30, 50 miles long, something like that, and has a highway across the top. So they're driving down this highway that's just surrounded by water on either side. So pretty isolated. And they're going down thinking they're chasing him, but then he comes up behind them in a car and starts attacking them. So suddenly boss fight on the highway. So that was fun. And one of the guys had a bird I have Falcon, I believe, that would like usually be up in the air and spot for them, but then it gets shot out of the air by a sniper.
Oh.
So that I enjoyed my sniper character. He was a butt. I was going to say something else, but I remembered where I am.
OC has already said 2 of them.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
But so anyway, they're having this car-to-car fight with a sniper coming at them also. So there's lots of shenanigans with that. I think eventually most of them end up fighting.
A sniper duel.
They end up a couple of them end up on top of a semi-trailer with the guy who had betrayed them. And I'm like, okay, thinking to myself, okay, they're going to fight a bit and they're going to defeat this guy, but then something will happen to him and he'll come back later. But then my basically fighter character like obliterates him in one attack and like takes him way below 0 HP. So I'm like, oh, well, you might want to interrogate him, don't you think? You just maybe not kill him, maybe just incapacitate him. I'm trying not to sound too desperate here, so ends up hacking off all of his limbs instead.
Oh.
And fortunately, her teammate had a geas on him that he took upon himself, where after a battle he is obliged to heal anybody who is not dead, and just at least make sure they're stable. So that guy got stabilized, thank goodness. I had to fudge the roll on that, though, because I really didn't want him to die. And I believe also while they're fighting on top of this semi, the sniper takes out the driver. So the semi starts going wild on this busy highway. So that was fun times. Caused a big old accident and clear a little space for them so they could stop having to fight on moving vehicles. But then after a bunch of shenanigans, they eventually got to like the little kind of tourist tower at the middle of the dike, and the sniper was hiding up at the top there. So they had to fight their way up to him. And when they finally made it, his teammate, who is able to fly, came in and is like pulling him away. And as they're leaving, he accidentally drops this little black remote with a cartoonish red button on it. And one of the players picks it up and they're like debating with the other players, like, do I push it? I don't know if I should push it. I really want to push it. It's probably a bad idea, but I really want to. And they're just going back and forth. And I'm just yucking it up, of course, as the GM. But once I figure it's gotten to the peak of where that needed to be, the guy who dropped the remote used an ability that's pretty similar to the command spell, except harder to resist. So he just like forced the person to push the button, and the tower explodes because he had rigged explosives to it. So fortunately, there one particularly strong player was able to like grab the other 3 people like under his arms and jump down off the 40-foot tower.
Oh, good gravy.
And
Everyone
landed.
died from fall damage.
Oh no, they took lots of fall damage, but they survived. It just knocked them unconscious, and then they woke up on gurneys in handcuffs. And that was the end of chapter 1.
Lovely.
So I had fun messing with these players because there's so many ridiculous things you can do in that game.
It's not done yet.
These poor players.
You can have characters that are super strong, super smart, super charming, or any combination thereof.
That sounds like the opposite of my campaign. It became poor me. The first campaign that I ran, that one was terrible.
Which one?
They went and fought gnolls and stuff like that. Then at the very end, I had this whole boss fight.
We didn't fight gnolls.
No, you didn't fight gnolls. You did the whole bunch of things.
We fought rocks.
Rocks. Oh yeah, and then Lily, Mary's character, decides to fall in love with the rock. So then I had to be like, okay, you have a rock now. I can't do anything about this. So
is that where the egg came from?
Yeah, that's where he got the rock egg from. So now
Nice.
Lily Mary has a permanent rock companion because she used an enchant spell on the rock, so now they were in love.
Wow.
But I had a whole boss fight planned out. I can English, yes I can. So I had the minions come out first, which was 4 ice elementals. That took them almost the entire time, and it almost wiped them out. Just taking those ice elementals. So I'd be like, yeah, the boss is going to be a good challenge.
There were like
They
4
go into
elder
the boss.
ones.
They go into the boss room, cast 1 spell, and I start throwing attacks at them with the boss, and they do no damage.
Yeah, they cast resist energy on the entire party. That's what we did.
And it did nothing to them.
Because it was we know it was an ice wizard, so we just did resist cold. And then all his evocation spells did nothing.
Oh, there it is.
And then Mary decided to do some not cool things, and I had to make my boss kill himself, so they couldn't
You don't
humiliate
have
him
to.
like that. Yes, I did.
Look, I just cast a spell that makes him take off all his equipment and give it to people, and use all his good spells to help people.
No,
Quite a
he had to
spell.
kill himself.
There's always another way, though.
So
He was
my
morally
boss,
obliged.
my boss killed himself. Because they couldn't actually do anything to the party.
That's a pretty glorious way of going out. Goodness.
This big bad ice wizard that was affecting an entire realm with 1 spell got completely countered.
Hey, that's I had to cast that spell a few times to actually make it land.
Was not fun.
Some of this
And
that
I've
was
told the
mentioned.
story about my next one many times where Mary decides the right path means you can only turn right.
I remember that one.
No,
Yeah, that was
that's
fun.
not what that meant.
Yeah, that's what that meant.
That's not what that meant.
Hey, that's what that meant in the same way as there are no monsters on the right path meant there is one monster who eats grabs people's skulls.
Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that one. Not dangerous if you actually weren't an
If you
idiot.
didn't walk into its vision in a maze.
It was literally in the farthest corner possible.
Exactly.
And
It's
you guys
in the maze. It's in
literally-
the right path.
Okay, you were 2 feet from the exit.
That is a
and you
liar.
turned right.
Yeah, we walked the right path.
Oh my god.
That's
It was the. I never said. I don't remember. I don't think I said there was no monsters. I think there was less
He
dangerous
said-
path.
He said there was no monsters on that.
You said no monsters and basically a straight shot.
Yeah,
It was basically a straight shot, but you guys decided, well, I'm only
yeah,
turning
that was.
right.
It was a straight shot in the same way that there was no monsters on that path.
You
And
know
then I
what?
said-
It was basically a straight shot.
And then I said Giblet's gonna turn left while everybody's trying to turn right, and you sent me down the hard path.
Yeah, I
The
thought
left
you were
path.
separating from the party.
I was just not that hard. I'm like, I want to progress.
Yeah, that's well. You have to admit, all of us questioned it. You should have probably thought about that.
Yeah, everybody thought you
Like
split from the
everybody was
party.
like, "Are you serious? Why are you going down the left path?"
Because there was a wall at the right path that people were trying to walk into.
So yeah, OC, that's how my campaign goes most of the
Oh
time.
yeah. Also, there was like 5 minutes where we were sitting where there was no right turn, and we just gave up, and we're waiting for death. And then, eventually, I'm like, I realized it's the riddle in the instructions. If you turn around, the left way is the right way.
So yeah, OC, that's how my players deal with anything.
Well, I once had a player where I remember I put each of them in some sort of psychedelic dreamscape or something like that. And one player, like, I think I put
Puppies
him in a
and
maze or
kittens.
something similar. And his character just looked left, right, spun around in a circle, pointed his finger out, and just walked in that direction.
Oh yeah, that also reminds me, after they got out of the maze, I gave them time stop powder, which they then started throwing at each other.
No, hold on.
I I know Dras, Necro's character, did that to Cape because he said he wanted to kill a Sphinx today. You know?
Yes, that's how it started.
Yes, you literally just started tossing powder.
And then I
that
think
literally
eventually
stops
I just
time.
decided that Mary was just throwing it everywhere.
You guys
Well,
threw
Giblet-
a hissy fight with time stop powder.
Giblet didn't do that. He rigged his into a bomb so he could just live in an explosion forever.
Oh, see. Giblet
that's
is
how he
now
started.
In a
just
church.
a statue of an explosion. It's literally just a time-stopped explosion.
So, what were you
Because
saying?
art is a bang.
Ours, explosion.
So let's see, what were you gonna say?
I just have this mental image of this little ungulate hopping around like a pixie, spreading dust.
Basically.
Little Tinkerbell stopping
You
time.
get time-stop dust. You get time-stop dust.
Everybody gets-
time-stop
Basically, the
dust.
DM had to step in and be like, no one threw it.
I had to retcon all of it.
What it
Except
is
for Giblet.
You get time stop powder. You get time stop powder. You get time stop powder. Time stop powder for everyone.
Yes. Perfect.
That is the correct way to think about it.
Yeah, I had to retcon all of it so all of my players could actually play in another campaign if they wanted to.
Well, there's
Except me.
always,
Because that's my thing.
What was
Oh,
it?
yeah.
Oh yes, I remember we were playing I think a board game. It was a time. I remember I walked in. I was a rogue, a halfling rogue, and there's an ogre in there, and the ogre turned towards me and completely destroyed my character. Just squished me up against the wall. And since we were playing it as a family, and my little brother was actually DMing, he was like, well, you all wake up and you realize that was a terrible dream.
Uh-huh.
To be fair, I suspected I had a few whiny words to say in reaction to that turn of events. And then I tried to pull a series of really cheesy maneuvers, like, can I do this at the same time as this? And can I... Because at the time, you had to... Because I asked if I could draw my sword and attack in the same motion, because the system we were using, drawing out your sword was an action. Like, you had to have your weapon at the ready rather than just pulling it out on the same action. And I said that, and I think I asked another question along the same lines, and then my family started poking fun at me with it. Like, can I draw my sword while loading my crossbow while hopping up and down and shooting it? And it got pretty silly.
Oh yeah, this reminds me of my other campaign. It seems like I have a story for every one of my campaigns because everybody messes it up.
What are you
Don't
talking
worry.
about?
Oh, I had a fun day planned, and all of you decided, nope.
Hey, that
let's
is
do
on your
exactly
head.
that.
Brock?
That is on your head.
You
What did I
were
tell
warned.
you when you came to me for advice? What was the first thing I told you?
Always railroad your players.
No, that is not what I told you. I took
So that
one
is what
look
he
at your
seemed to
map.
take away from that.
I took one look at your map, and what did I say about your map?
They're gonna go there.
And what did they do?
Try to go there.
We got
I went there.
Oh, he went
I
there.
went in. I went in and came out alive.
You tried to go in. You got stopped by a
We-
whole bunch
we
of
got-
men in black
we got
guys.
there. It's close enough. We got there.
Close enough.
I was
We
about
got
to
in the
suggest,
Forbidden Zone.
I was just about to suggest Lucas versus Sir Star Sapphire to see who is the better Scorp. But,
Sir Star Stefan,
I mean, yeah, but
because
No. Because
Sir
what?
Star Sapphire is a gentleman
yeah, he
who
fight like a
does
gentleman.
not
But what
who
about the
does
other
not
guy?
he does not sully his claws with fisticuffs.
What
That
about
other
that-
guy, he's a mercenary I met. I don't know. I've never met him before. That was a chance encounter.
But,
Yeah.
but gentlemen's agreements. Boxing is a true gentleman's sport.
Yeah.
Just ask Dudley from the Street Fighter series.
But
Yeah, my crystals bruise easily. I have a glass jaw.
Okay, that works.
No,
Crystal
it doesn't.
bruise
He doesn't
these
have a
days.
jaw.
Hey, my first tournament
I know.
on this
I have
server.
mandibles.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
see,
Glass
you
mandibles.
you could argue he has several jaws.
OC,
Mm-hmm.
you should
You
host more
call-
tournaments like the one we had, the first one we had, where the one punch Del Geth became a thing.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've done those, hasn't it?
Yeah, you were all worried that I would throw a hissy fit if I lost, and then it ended up that I won by one-shotting everybody.
But if you had lost,
I would have been completely fine with it.
oh,
We were over-exaggerating my playstyle a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
a wee bit.
My playstyle was I kill all the NPCs before they can tell us what that we need to do.
Yeah, basically.
And
So I'm suddenly wondering,
I got
Has
my whole
Dandy-
party to kill me for it.
has Dandy ever lost a one-on-one fight that we've seen,
Not. I don't think he
or like
has
a
yet.
well,
in a PvP?
okay. I was
Not
about
in
to
PvP.
say.
I'm just kind of curious how Kuapuka would do, not tonight, but sometime.
Oh, I mean, if you want.
I
So wait,
actually
what were you
wanna-
about to say?
I want to rematch.
Andy
with
hasn't
Roxy,
gotten knocked out 1v1 yet.
Well, there
though.
has.
No, he hasn't.
I was going to say there haven't been a lot of 1v1s in Fate of Phonem, but if you're talking arena, that's a entirely different story.
Yeah, he's been in quite a few
just
arena matches.
PvP in general, because I know he's been in a few PvPs.
Oh, yeah.
Dandy Broxnar wants a rematch. Also, we decided to do a whipping match, and Dandy was enjoying that very well.
Was
It's
that the match where
because-
you were
it's
using
because you kept
sense
showing him his-
emotions?
Yeah, you kept showing him your butt.
All
You know
right,
he likes that.
If you guys want to settle it, the PV pit's right over there.
We were fighting, and then Cactus found out that Broxnar had a whip flavored as his tail. He was like, "We're fighting now."
Whip fight.
We're fighting whip v whip.
I whip my tail back and forth. I whip my tail back and forth.
Although to be fair, Dandy was showing you his butt when he was using his flail. Because it's on
Broxnar
his
does
back.
not like butt.
He was presenting.
Yes. I haven't told you what I always imagine his flail looks like. What? Spoilers. It's Bayonetta. But,
Of course it is. Everything is a Bayonetta reference with you.
No, not everything.
Everything.
You're forgetting.
Everything.
No,
Sometimes it's Spider-Man.
no.
Sometimes it's Wario.
You are forgetting.
Wah.
You are completely forgetting about
Binding of Isaac?
You're completely forgetting about
Okay,
Binding of Isaac.
Doesn't
even
make as
that
many
is a
references.
Bayonetta reference.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Okay.
Leghorse. Leghorse is not a Bayonetta
Leg-
reference.
No, Leghorse is not a Bayonetta reference at all.
No, he's super Bayonetta reference.
Probably could have been, but
Didn't you
wasn't.
know he's a?
He's
Didn't you know he's
got
a
nice.
boss?
Leghorse is the extra DLC you need to pay for.
He's the DLC boss.
Also, Leghorse is healing people in my campaign that will happen again next month, or if I can get one in. No, I can't.
Oh yes,
Really?
I need to.
This
I
one.
need to
By,
scare a bunch of snipers.
Spewing blood all over them. That's how he heals them.
That helps Clear Strike out a
I
lot.
can't believe you, Brox.
What?
You expect me to fail my mission?
Here.
On that note, I'm gonna go ahead
Here,
and stop
I'm
the
gonna post
recording.
this in a Fate of Phonem.